Cork.
We got off the Malahide train at Kilbarrock. We're going to catch a train up to the seaside community of Heuston. Come back and go up to Malahide, get some East Coast mainline action. At 0850, it looks like we have one of those enterprise trains from Belfast to Dublin coming. Push-pull set. Busy line, gotta be alert though. We saw that class 201 on the rear of that enterprise train. Here comes a Bray-bound DART train at 8:52. That enterprise train was the 0650 service out of Belfast. He's just about on schedule. Gotta love those Class 8100s. So far I have. Yeah, those are Tokyo built cars. He's holding up a Heuston train, which is about to switch onto the branch. Well, here comes the Heuston train. Heuston looks like a beautiful seaside town. I unfortunately didn't have time to spend there. Railroad priorities first, since it's my last day here in Ireland. Well, approaching now at 0942 is the 9:30 service to Belfast from Dublin, enterprise train. Should have one from Belfast to Dublin, the 0800 service out of Belfast. diesel fuels from a General Motors Class 201. Bray-bound train out of Heuston. In a 954, that was the 0800 service out of Belfast to Dublin. Was an out-of-service train of Class 29,000 DMUs. There's some Class 8600s leaving Heuston Junction, bound for Bray. It should be a decent day today, about 71 degrees in Dublin. One of the best days we've had. Well, we've traveled to the northern terminus of the DART at Malahide. This is on the Dublin-Belfast main. I'm amazed that these things grow here. Well, I guess what it has going for it, Ireland, is it doesn't get those brutally cold winters that we get. Henceforth, you don't see any palm trees in Philadelphia, New York, or Boston. And we're looking north from the station at Malahide. Got a nice body of water here. DMU outbound just pulled in. Train is bound for Drogheda. Class 29,000 DMUs. They sound like very powerful Bud RDCs. Yeah, this is a very scenic spot. I don't know what the body of water is called, but I know it comes out of the Irish Sea to the right and empties into the Broad Meadow River to the west. All right, 1047 is arriving as a train from Drogheda to Dublin-Connolly. Hopefully I'm pronouncing the name of that town better. I know it's not Drogheda. Drogheda. Class 22,000 is built by Hyundai Rodham. Rode on these out to Galway the other day. It's too hot in Texas. All right, sir.
You know, all the best.
Have a good trip.
Enjoy safe home, man.
Thank you. Engineers from Dundalk. those Class 86s have some spunk, get up and go. Sound kind of interesting, but I'll take an 8100 for the nostalgia. We're approaching at 10:54 is a Dublin Colony to Drogheda train. DMUs. The electrification ends here. This is the northern boundary of the DART services. What a racket. I thought he would stop here. Well, here's the Drogheda train, 10:57. I must say, these Class 29,000 sound impressive when they start up. This line is busy with trains terminating here, trains going up to Drogheda, Dundalk, and of course Belfast. I was beginning to wonder if any of these things ran up this way. Well, here we got a Class 8100 arriving. He's going to make up the next train out of here to Bray. I'll ride him to Dublin. Say goodbye to our train we drove down from Malahide on. Dublin Pier Station. Sake of argument, I'll just call these Class 8500s. That's what they are, not 8600s. There are three different types, but I'll just call them 8500s. He's heading for Howth. Gonna hang around here and catch a train towards Hazelhatch bound, so I can rail fan the main line out of Heuston Station, get some of those trains. There's a Greystones bound set of 8100s at high noon. Absolutely gorgeous day here at Dublin. About 70 degrees. This 8300 series car is non-powered. You can hear how quiet those 8300 cars are. Comes a brace set of 8100s at 1211. Train of 8500s is bound for Howth. This is a train of 22,000 DMUs heading for Grand Canal Dock. I'll be riding one of these out to Hazelhatch. Malahide bound at 1225. One of the several busy stations in Dublin. My train out to the Heuston main should come in about 6 minutes. After it leaves Connolly, it kind of curves to the west around the north end of the city and rejoins the Heuston line west of Heuston Station. Comes a train from Cork to Heuston. We're at the Park West and Cherry Orchard stop. He's not exactly breaking speed records. That lead car is a push-pull, non-powered car, like an F40 Cabbage on Amtrak. Not very fast.
Not very express, no.
How about going the other way?
Yeah. They won't out now in 4 minutes.
Yeah, they leave it on the hour. Yeah. General Motors, love them. All right, take care, buddy. Getting off the Hazelhatch train here at Park West and Cherry Orchard. We're now on the main line west of Heuston Station. It's not electrified here, of course. In addition to your local trains, you have the inner-city trains to Cork every hour, some Galway trains, some Waterford trains, and some Westport trains. We'll visit a few stations on this line. Okay, at 13:09. Approaching is the 1300 service out of Heuston Station for Cork. This is their busiest corridor, Dublin to Cork. Leader will be a Class 201 General Motors diesel. He's got a high green. Well, here comes an express from Westport. 1310. I think if I go further west, these trains will be going faster. We got a westbound approaching. This platform is not used by expresses primarily. That's an inner-city train bound for Waterford. Heuston bound express 1324. In Heuston Station in a few minutes. Not sure where that came from. Got off a Port Leisure train with Dundalk and Fonthill Station. Class 22,000s make some noise. 1334, this is the 1325 service to Galway. Picking up speed. Oh, here comes a train for Grand Canal Dock at 1344. Grand Canal Dock takes the back road to Dublin-Connolly. I used it to get out here. See you, Karen. Oh, you again.
Glad I seen you again.
All right, wait.
Did you say you're staying here tonight again?
Till tomorrow, yeah.
The steam train runs tonight. Would you be interested in seeing that?
Where's that going to be?
It's going to be in Connolly Station.
What time?
7 o'clock.
Oh, I should be.
You want to take a picture of the time?
Yeah. Thanks a lot for the tip, buddy. He gave me a real good tip. I'll tell you about it in a minute. A rail buff engineer, I would say. He gave me a couple of good tips. One extraordinary tip. At 7 o'clock, there's a steam train that's going to go out of Dublin-Connolly up to Dundalk. I got to get that. And he also said there's a freight coming in within an hour. It's a Newbridge-bound train. That's just outside of the short zone. Express at 13:56. Do they use DMUs on the Cork services? Newbridge bound at 14:05. Soon the 1400 Cork service should be flying through. 1409, here comes the 1400 service, Dublin to Cork. It's impressive to see in Europe, considering that most intercity trains in Europe are electric. Oh, lovely horn. We're in Adamstown. Is one of the older General Motors diesels on the fleet. An intermodal train. TVLA. Nah, not quite. In the commuter district outside of Dublin-Heuston, I don't know how far this goes, it's a 4-track main. The outer tracks are used for the intercity trains and the middle tracks are used for the commuters. At 14:53 we have a Newbridge train approaching. To be passed up by an intercity train bound for Westport. He's due out of Heuston at 14:45. Oh, he's catching up to him quick. We got a Hazel Hatch local with the 1500 Cork service gaining rapidly on them. have a train due in from Cork. 12:25 service out of there. He's running about a half an hour late.
You know this fella here? Don't forget that steam train, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm back again.
Man, I can't get away from you, boy. Hey, where does that freight train come from?
Just came from Ballina.
Ah.
Yeah, yo. You seen it, did you?
I did.
Yeah.
Right here. Yeah.
All American made.
Yeah.
Take care, yeah.
All right, guys. Here comes another Cork. The buff engineer was at the controls and he had a buddy with him. Here's the Cork train. It's very late, about a half hour. Time is 15:17. Well, approaching at 15:22 is the 15:10 intercity service out of Heuston to Waterford. That express that preceded the Cork-Dublin train was a train from Waterford to Dublin. Changeable weather, getting cloudy, the sun comes out, then it gets cloudy, little rain, gets a little chilly, but I'm in short sleeves for the first time since I've been here. All right, the main line west of Heuston has been a very interesting main line, a rail fan. I'm gonna head back to Dublin now, but before we do, we got one more express. This is the 15:30 service to Limerick. Back in Heuston, and plenty of time to catch the 1600 Cork train departure. Nope, not all the Cork trains are locomotive hauled. Well, here we get a good look at a Class 201, number 223. Purring silently. This looks like where they fuel the locomotives. These are Mark IV coaches behind them. Very curious sight. I have seen these at numerous train stations in Ireland. Commuter pianos. We're back at Dublin Connolly. This is Class 201 number 233, built by General Motors. He's going to power the 1650 service to Belfast, Northern Ireland. We'll get him leaving. There's an arrival of some Class 29,000s. I find those cars rather impressive. They have powerful diesel engines in them. Enterprise. He gets to Belfast in about 2 hours and 15 minutes, including you. Take care. For the remainder of the day and the remainder of this stay in Ireland, leaving tomorrow, catch some action on the main line north of Dublin. Get these 8100s. There's a 1900 train to Belfast and a steam train. 1838, here is a Howth-bound train with some class 8500s. He's taking it easy, has to negotiate the junction at Howth Junction. There's some 29,000s. Heading up to Drogheda. And Dublin bound is some 29,000 series DMUs passing the signal at the north end of the platform at Kilbarrack. (1851), we have some 8100s heading for Malahide. Get as many of these as I can. Other than on social media, I will probably never see these things running again. Unless I make another trip back, which I'd like to do, but it'd probably be in the off season when the fares are lower and the hotel rates are lower. Next station closer to Dublin at Raheny. Yeah, those things sound an awful lot like Long Island Railroad Kawasaki M9s. We have a Malahide-bound set of 8100s at 1902. Should be meeting a Bray-bound train here. Bray-bound train has 8500s. Take it easy, buddy. Well, in 1907, here comes the 1900 service from Dublin to Belfast, the Enterprise. Starting to pick up speed. Did have a restricting signal here. And we're at the next stop further south, Harmonstown. Here comes a Hoth-bound Class 8500 series set, 1913. I got 1914. If the steam train follows the schedule precisely, should pass through here around 1926, 1927. And we got some 8100s at 1928. I hope it doesn't blank out the steam engine. All right, take care. Thank goodness. Ah, here he comes. I can hear him. 1930. Oh, what a great finish to this Irish trip. My goodness. You know what's really weird? In America, there'd be people all over the place with cameras. There's nobody here. Was it unannounced?